Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And in this episode, I want to know, are you trying to be everything for everyone? Are you trying to be everything for everyone, but you are disappearing in the process? Yeah, yeah. If this is you, if this is you visiting and seeing this episode for the first time, I want to say welcome. And I want to invite you to subscribe. It is easy. Hit the subscribe button right here. Hit all notifications, all of my content becomes available to you without any restriction. And if this is you coming back, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So, in this episode, don't lose yourself. 3 boundaries for every blended family man that he needs to hear to stay whole. All right, let's get started on this. The disappearing act, because you're trying to be everything to everyone. And my man, Nick Pollard, would say, you're people pleasing. Yeah, you're people pleasing because this is the thing within you where you feel like you need that love outside of you and you're chasing it. You're doing the I want to appease to everyone. Now, I'm a recovering people pleaser. And what I used to do is look for, and it looks for it looks like desperation. It really does. Like it looks and feels like you are, well, in lack. That's the feeling you get, but you are desperate for something that you need, and it turns people off. I found it did, but when I decided to approach it differently, where I wasn't trying to be everything to everyone, things changed. Like I could just have a genuine conversation and get to know people. And that's so important. The first thing that I want you to be aware of is to protect your alone time without any guilt. Yeah. So the first time you do it, it's going to be awkward because your wife, your significant other, your partner, your spouse is going to say, I don't do that. How dare you get yours? The kids. What about breakfast? What about supper? You're going to get all these things. You're going to get a little flack, but you're going to create me time. Protect your alone time without any guilt, because that is what you're going to use as evidence. You're going to lead the family in a way where they get to see that it is important for you to have alone time with yourself. That is your recharge time. That is the time the leader needs for himself. Number two, what I found most important with this is say yes to what aligns with you and say no to what drains. I know that sounds a little bit concubine in there and you go, what? Okay, all right. I don't want to say no to everything, but I want to be able to say it in a way where I can come about and offer suggestions. Yeah, but it is okay to say no every now and then. It is okay to assert some of your boundaries. In fact, family members are notorious for eroding boundaries, aren't they? Yeah, they are. And I have too. I've done that within my own family and my own extended family. Eroded boundaries and taken advantage a little bit, but here's where the buck stops. When I started to realize that I could say yes and I could say no, and it would be okay, and the reaction from whomever felt the yes or no, whatever it was, their reaction was all of their own. They have control over that. As long as I wasn't being malicious about it, it's not on me. And I do have compassion. But it's okay to say those things. It's okay. Whatever drains you, say no. Know how to protect your energy. Say yes to what aligns with you. Boundaries don't push people away. They bring forth your best. And they actually help people understand where the fences are and how far that they can come in before they're pushing you the wrong way. And that's not cool. We don't want to get to that. And number 3, have a non-negotiable weekly check-in with yourself. Yeah. It could be a Wednesday, it could be a Thursday, it could even be a Friday, but do it. And here's why it's important. Because you will get into, I found this, when I got into the flow of things, and I didn't set anything on my phone or I didn't write it in my journal, check in, Friday, 1 o'clock. How am I feeling? Celebrate my wins, write down at least 3 wins. Get up, move around, do a couple push-ups, really celebrate what I've done. Like, that was my own way of doing it. I got caught up in the minutia. I got caught up in the busy week where I wasn't honoring myself in some way, where I wasn't giving myself any sort of compassion. And it's so important for a man to do that because we deserve it. We got to give it to ourselves first. We can't just give it away. We've got to give it to ourselves to show ourselves what it looks like. We forged that template. Oh yeah, okay. This is how I did it. Okay, now I can do this for my wife too, in a way where, okay, that went well. Well, she didn't really receive that well because she didn't know what that was, but that's okay. That's all right. But start small like that. Just try it, but do it for yourself first. Remember, how are you really doing? When you check in like that, be absolutely freaking honest with yourself. You're only fooling yourself when you're not. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I am not okay. Or I am feeling awesome. I am feeling amazing. And be honest. That check-in is for you, and figure out why if it's not. All right. So, in all that, boundaries are brave. You got to be brave about your boundaries. You got to be courageous and valiant. And what I want you to do is comment, I got me. I got me. When you are claiming your time back in the comments, I want you to make a decision this time. I got me. Draw your line in the sand. Totally have yourself. Assert your boundaries. And don't be in a total loss. This episode was about asserting your boundaries and taking your me time back. All right. And if this really spoke to you on a level where you want to do something about it, I'd love to hear from you. That's easy too. Go to thevaliantlifestyle.com and book that 30-minute call with me. And what that does, maybe you just want to talk. Maybe you just want to talk about, hey, I don't want to lose myself. I want to learn about how this is possible and what I can do better. I'd love to help you with that, my man. All right. Thanks for watching. Let's do this.